Hello everyone, I'm Daniel and this is Ethan and this is Ronald. And today we're going to be presenting on the topic of how kinesthetic learners use the outlining method.
So today I'll be giving a brief overview of outlining method and a brief overview for kinesthetic learner. Outlining method is a very useful method which benefits auditory learner and kinesthetic learner. This is because this method involves the learner taking down notes in indented form or in bullet form. In the next slide, I'm going to show you an example of a note taken down by using the outlining method. So in this slide, as you can see, the main point is placed at the leftmost side of the paper. Then it is followed by the sub-idea, which is more indented to the right. This method is repeated, depends on how many main ideas do we have. The characteristic of a kinesthetic learner is that they learn things faster through physical experience, such as touching, feeling, holding, or doing practicals. Kinesthetic learners are learners who prefer to do things hands-on. They learn best when they take frequent study break, and they are also the most effective when they skim read before reading details and highlight the main points with bright colors. So in this slide, I'm going to show you a few examples of how kinesthetic learners take notes during using the outline method. For example, in a lecture hall, a student should always keep their hands busy taking down notes. A student should also highlight keywords or important points with bright colors, for example, with highlighters. And lastly, it is also recommended for students to take a quick break before each lecture to freshen themselves up and be ready for the next lecture.
Thank you Ronald for the introduction to this topic. Now I would like to present the benefits of outline note-taking method to kinesthetic learners. So first of all, this note-taking method is very organized and easy to be reviewed in their studies in future. And this note-taking method also records the relationship well between points and content. This makes the learner is always on track on what are they studying and will not confuse themselves. However, certain challenges and obstacles the learners might face while using this note-taking method, such as getting distracted easily in class, and this note-taking method requires speed and focus, which most kinesthetic learners seem to lack. This note-taking method is also difficult to write in an organized manner, as it requires consistency and, of course, focus. Before the learner is able to write down notes, they must first need to understand the information that is given to them to be able to simplify whatever the specific information is. And last but not least, the notes that are taken may not be in sequence form. This will also be very confusing for learners in this way. That's all for me, so I would like to pass the remaining slides to Isian.
Nextly, I'll be talking about how kinesthetic learners overcome the difficulties faced when using the outlining method. First of all, get rid of all the distractions around you. If you have a phone or laptop that you don't need to use, put them away. And if you have a talkative friend, just tell him to zip up or just walk away, because you need to concentrate in order to use the outlining method. Second of all, it's advisable to get a general understanding of the topic beforehand. You can do this by either skim reading your lecture notes or the textbook, or even doing your own research online. Thirdly, practice. Keep using the outlining method to take down notes. Sooner or later, it will become a habit. And when that happens, keeping your notes organized will no longer be a problem. Last but not least, to overcome the problem of keeping your notes in a sequence form, you can consider taking down notes electronically. You can do this by using software such as Microsoft Word to take down your notes, as you can re-edit them from time to time to make sure they're in a sequence form. And once you're satisfied with that document, you can then print it out. Lastly, does the outlining method help independent learners? The straightforward answer is yes. Yes, it does. Since the notes are detailed and organized, an independent learner can easily review the topic at a later date using the notes. That concludes our presentation. Thank you for listening.